California have caused me to rethink the safety of consuming fish and most kelp. I found a source called Maine Coast Sea Vegetables for organic sea vegetables that are chemical-free. They run stringent tests for everything from heavy metals to fertilizers, herbicides, and fuel oil. Even prior to these events, the public was cautioned against consuming many of the larger species of fish, such as tuna and swordfish, due to contamination from heavy metals like mercury. Another thing I find alarming is the increasing prevalence of genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. This technology involves taking genes from one food and inserting them into another. The idea behind this sort of genetic engineering is to create foods that are more nutritious and plants that are more resistant to drought and other hazards. Sounds great, except for the fact that we, as consumers of this food, are all forced to be unwitting guinea pigs for big agriculture companies' experiments. And because there are still no laws mandating the labeling of foods containing GMOs, it's impossible to know what you're really eating. An estimated 60 to 70% of all processed foods contain GMOs, but you won't find that information anywhere on the ingredients label. Avoiding genetically modified foods is just one of the many reasons I try to buy and eat organic food as much as possible. It's the best way to avoid as many toxins and impurities in your food as you can. Organic fruits and vegetables aren't treated with pesticides, so you know you aren't consuming potentially harmful chemicals along with your produce. I know that organic options can sometimes be harder to find and are often more expensive, but there are ways to make organic more affordable. Shop only for the produce that's in season. You can even stock up and freeze things like organic berries. Frozen organic vegetables are less expensive than fresh and are available all year round, and they're often mentioned as being more vitamin-rich because they're frozen fresh at the source. Consider that over 1 billion tons of pesticides are used in the U.S. every year. The first pesticide to be widely used was DDT, and it took scientists 20 years to figure out that it was harming us. 20 years from now, what will they be telling us about what they're dumping on our crops today? That's one mystery I won't expose my family to. Since we are what we eat, shouldn't we know what we're eating? Food for thought. Every year, the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, puts out a shopper's guide to pesticides and produce that features a list of the so-called dirty dozen, the conventionally grown fruits and vegetables that harbor the most pesticide residue. If nothing else, I always try to eat only organic versions of these foods, and I encourage you to do the same. Again, try to find these in season as they will be less expensive, or skip them if you can't get organic. The worst offenders may vary from year to year, but apples, strawberries, grapes, celery, peaches, and spinach routinely rank at the top of the list. No more denying. I absolutely love to eat, and the last thing I ever want to do is deny myself delicious food. That's why I'm adamantly opposed to what I call denying. We've all been there. The second you say, I'm on a diet, food is the only thing you can think about, and naturally your mind goes right to the foods you can't eat. And then you feel like you're denying yourself. This kind of deny dieting or denying will work, but only for a brief period. There's only so long you can suffer deprivation before you give in and binge eat out of anger and frustration and gain all your weight back. The key to stopping this vicious cycle isn't just changing the way you eat. It's about changing the way you think. So stop searching for whatever trendy diet you think might make you lose weight. Everything you need to lose weight and keep it off is in your head.